Hey guys, for this week's child safety tip, I wanted to go a little bit more in depth about what it means or how I'm raising my kids to be able to disagree respectfully and what that means, right? Again, this is super important because a lot of times perpetrators are known, respected, and liked within the family and within the community. So it's really important that our kids are able to say no, to disagree with us as parents, because they rely on us for all their basic needs and support. And if they can say no to us, then they can say no to anyone with more perceived power than them. So people who hold higher positions within the community, family members, elders that they're supposed to respect, right? So what this can look like. So when I say respectfully, I mean that, not screaming no, or I don't like it, or I don't agree, but having an actual conversation. And that's going to be led by us, right, as parents. So if I tell my kid, you need to wear a jacket, I would always give her a reason. But if I didn't give her a reason and she goes, why? I'm not going to be like, well, because I said so. Because I said so is not a real reason. It's convenient until it's not, because then you just end up arguing longer and longer. When I give her a real reason, it builds trust, right? So I need you to stay warm. It's really cold outside. Look how cold it is. Here's a jacket. And trust that with the logical reasoning that they also want to keep themselves warm. So whatever it is, right, there's a lot less pushback. So things like, I think around the time our older one was 9, she wanted to get Roblox. And I was digging through the app. I didn't like the fact that strangers could just reach out and message her. I didn't like that anybody could create a game, and sometimes the games were not appropriate and they weren't really being vetted. And so I explained those things, like, can I get Roblox? Let me dig through it first. Give me some time. I dug through it. Sorry, kiddo. No, it doesn't look safe to me. And, of course there's disappointment. Oh, all my friends have it. Okay, well, what else can you play instead? What else can you do instead? And, coming up with other solutions that are led by her, so that they're her idea. They're not me telling her what to do. And that, again, builds trust, and mutual respect. If somebody tells me to do something, I also don't blindly obey. I wasn't raised that way either. And so I would want somebody to explain it to me. And if it doesn't make sense to me, then I don't want to listen, right? Like, if I think that my reasoning makes more sense than theirs, then I don't want to do it. And it doesn't have anything to do with being disrespectful on purpose. But if people are tying respect to obedience, then yes, it is a bit disrespectful. So the next time you want to say, because I told you so, when you tell your kid something and they very naturally either push back or don't immediately obey, just remember that that is a trait that you want them to keep for the rest of their lives. Again, it's really inconvenient. A lot of times it's frustrating and it can get annoying, especially when it's in the morning and we're trying to leave for school and we're running late, and it's like, put on your stockings, put on your jacket, and the pushback, the why. But just remember the greater good, right? Like those 5-10 minutes that you might be running late, but that lesson of you earning their trust, is really important, and it is going to keep them safe. So fast forward a few years, and in middle school, let's say there's a teacher or somebody that is asserting their authority and demanding respect, demanding obedience. You can rest assured that because your child has no problem saying no to you, who, again, they rely on for love and safety and belongingness, then they will be able to stand up for themselves and protect themselves when they're in middle school. And then from a traditional child safety perspective, again, predators hunt. They're not called predators for no reason. They are looking for very specific traits. And a child who is self-confident, who has someone to tell, who will be believed, is dangerous to them. And they can spot that a mile away. So, yes, it is worth it. Every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears is worth it.